Hello, my sweet and lovely Aries. This is your horoscope for April 2025. And in April, we finally will get rid of all the retrograde planets. Yes, since the beginning of 2025, we had such a slow beginning, slow progress because all the planets were retrograding one by one, overlapping with each other's retrograde. And last two planets to retrograde and finish this month, their retrograde period will be Mercury and Venus. They are together in the same sign, same degrees. They are sort of like the two friends who are like dragging all the things back, to slowing it down, to putting on brakes and all the stuff. But April will be month when all these things will stop. So actually April is still not the month to start something new or to go ahead with your ambitious plans and something which is crucial, something which is important, like opening business or opening, I don't know, some big projects, starting some big projects. Better to postpone until May because, as you might know, when planets retrograde, they need also time to get back to their speed. So there is a thing called shadow period when planets are stationing, direct, and then they are like trying to move faster, but it's not right from the jump when they go direct, when they are fast enough, so it needs time. So give it time to a little bit stretch their muscles. Now for Mercury, 7th of April will go direct, first one in your 12th house. Finally, now Mercury rules everything related to communication, our thoughts, our what we speak, what we think, how we think, and also Mercury rules commerce and trade. All these things, if some things were on pause, and it most likely were on pause, and something were not moving ahead, then those things will finally move forward. Now 12th house is something which is far, or like maybe visiting far lands. You might have traveled somewhere very far, somewhere where you've been, like, I don't know, back home, or where you know very well, or somewhere where you rested. Actually, Mercury in the 12th house can give locations near water, near nature, all these things. And Venus, April 13th, right after Mercury, will go direct in the same place of your chart, 12th house. You see, and Mercury and Venus, they are emphasizing this part of your life, 12th house, and they started retrograding in your sign back in March, and now they are finally direct because they moved backwards, right, into your 12th house, and now they will get more power, let's say, in your 12th house. But still, 12th house is the last house of your chart, so it's about rest, it's about recharge. Seems like you are drained, seems like you are tired, you might feel a bit tired. Unlike any other birthday period, this year is a bit different because of these two planets retrograding in your sign and in your 12th house, and everything, these two planets, they're showing you that you need to finish some things, that you finally need to, I don't know, close some deals which are dragging your energy from the past, or somewhere far, like back home, like sign the final papers, give the final application, some things like you need to sort of close the doors there. And seems like the universe is pointing there that you need to get rid of those things so that you move forward. When these two planets go direct, they will again go back into your sign, my dear Aries. So, and plus Venus by the end of April will move into your first house, when you will shine and you will feel much better and irresistible. But whole April, these two planets are telling you to deal with something which are already, piled up on your desk. So literally and not literally, whatever it means to you. Maybe it's about inheritance, maybe it's about health checkups, because 12th house is about checkups, annual checkup. Have you made your annual checkup? It's that season of time when we have all sorts of colds and flus and all the stuff. Now, April 13, we have full moon in your house of marriage, in your house of committed partnerships. Now, full moons, they finish something, they conclude something, or they put your attention into something, like some part of your life. Now, those of you who are born 14th of April, plus or minus 5 days, you will be affected the most, because it will hit 23 degrees. Now, this full moon is a bit like a sweet sour sort of full moon, because we will have Mars opposing that full moon, and Mars is your ruler, my dear Aries. Mars won't like that. Something you will be resisting to finish, related to your relationships, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your long-term partnership, whether it's your, like, and in love and in business. Maybe there will be some resistance from your side, and plus from your family also. That, for example, that news your mother might not like, specifically, that you are, let's say, ending your marriage, for example, or that you are breaking up with your long-term sweetheart, or some things are finishing there, or there will be some situation, but not necessarily like ending the relationship, but some situation that you will need some immediate attention and also resolution. You will need to resolve something there, my dear Aries. But let me tell you, even if something's ending there, it's for good, because Chiron is there too. So at the end of the day, you will get healing. You might not see it right now as a healing journey, but after some time it will get, and it will feel much better, and the decision taken now will be felt more reasonable in the future. So give time to yourself and to your life in general, to universe, so to play out this full moon. But some of you guys, it might be also some opportunity here. Now, why it's a sweet sour full moon? Because at the same time, the ruler of this full moon, Venus, which will be situated in your house of past, in your house of far lands, will conjunct Saturn. Now, Saturn rules your 10th house of career, plus Saturn is about work, is about responsibility, it's about reputation, and restrictions. It will conjunct Venus, not a good combo, but still, and together Mercury. Now, all these planets will be in your 12th house, and Mercury rules signing papers and in general communication. Now, Venus rules your love house, but this trio will receive amazing beam from Uranus, almost direct beam. Now, sudden sort of help, maybe financial, maybe some priorities, and also Uranus rules your friendship house from a friend. There might be some sort of a word or some sort of support coming from your friend, most likely financial support for some reason, or one or another reason. Maybe, for example, you are breaking up and you need a place to stay, and your friend will generously offer, let's say, their place to stay for you to, sort out this relationship drama that you're having, as an example, and also Mars, your ruler, will make perfect trine, amazing aspect to that Venus, ruler of full moon, from your fourth house, like from your family house. Now, whatever will be happening, your family members will be at the same time sort of supportive, but at the same time, it's like always like that. When we have problems with our sweetheart, our family and friends don't know where to, right, support, and they try to be more not, let's say, biased, right? They are trying to support both sides. So this will be this kind of situation there too, at the same time supporting you, and at the same time trying to make you actually to reconcile this relationship, to make it up, like actually with your sweetheart. Now if that is your situation, and if that relates to love situation, now this full moon is obviously telling you to decide, because uh Saturn is moving in your sign very soon in May, plus Neptune is moving in your sign by the end of this month of April. No, sorry, it went actually into your sign in March already. So, Neptune might give you this sort of um don't know which direction to take kind of vibes, so better to decide now while Neptune is just in the beginning there. Now anyhow, it might be also related to business partnership, not necessarily a love partnership, might be related to some contract. Like, for example, you might want to sign, let's say, contract for job offer or some collaboration or business partnership, but it will require you to move somewhere, to travel somewhere, to relocate somewhere, for example. And you might not like that fact that you'll have to move somewhere, but some of other people surrounding you will be supporting that idea, but at the same time it will be sort of a mixed feeling there. So anyhow, also, seventh house is about litigations, if you're involved in one, some legal cases. Now, this full moon might bring a mixed news, something which will benefit you and something which you will have to be okay with. April 17th, we have big thing going on. Now, Mercury conjunct Neptune for the first time in the last 150 years, my dear Aries, in your sign. Now, Neptune is newly found this home, which is in your sign, in your first house. And Mercury, coming into your sign, finds Neptune there, to its surprise and amusement, and generally they blend well, let's say. Now, this never happened in our lifetime. Last time they were together there, it was 150 years ago and even more. So this will be something new, energy bubbling up, new electrifying thoughts. Because Mercury is about thinking, is about the way we speak, the way we communicate, is about language, is about commerce and trade, in general, in the big arena of like world history. Let's say something might be happening April 17th, when these two planets will meet each other. Like there might be some news or sort of a new wave of thought, let's say some birth, like to some thought or some school of thought thinking will be given. Now this is happening in your sign, and Aries are more let's say pioneering. Some new ideas might come up here, and for you specifically, Mercury rules your signing contract house plus your house of work, and Neptune rules your farland house. Now you might be also start thinking whether you want to work maybe something else related to art, related to, I don't know, spirituality, related to psychology, or some of you guys might start romanticizing working somewhere far, somewhere like on an island, I don't know, secluded some places like hospitals, prisons, when there's like restricted area, because 12 house is about that. Or some of you guys might be wondering if not like, some of you guys might even think and romanticize all these things, and some of you might take actual like actions towards that dreams, like changing your job, signing contract with some foreign situated like companies, far land companies, and also in general, these both planets, they rule your health houses, my dear Aries. For some of you, there might be some great news coming up, like you are free from your disease, you're healed, something related to your well-being might be on the table when this Mercury plus Neptune in your first house, which you will be happy about. Plus, it might be related to traditional ways of healing, like I don't know, meditation, or using some sort of like ancient knowledge sort of healing. You might also come to this like type of healing by mid of April, when these two planets meet in your sign. Now, this is anyhow big thing going on here. April 18th, we have Mars, your ruler, finally moving out from your fourth house, going into your fifth house. Now, Mars is unusually long, spending in just two parts of your life, which is your family and which is the joy of life. Now, since the last, I don't know, September or even October, Mars was back and forth, traveling between these two parts of your chart, like your family and then your kids or your business. And Mars kept you busy that side. And clearly, this is a sign from universe that you were like, needed a lot of effort and daily actions taken in those two parts of your life. But since the beginning of 2025, we had Mars in your family house. Plus, it was retrograding there. Like, some of you guys might have been preparing documents for immigration. Some of you guys might have been busy with real estate, either buying or selling or renovating, or I don't know, building something. All these 4 months, it took that long. Or some of you guys might have been busy with your family, some sort of situation there. But now Mars moves out from your fourth house, and there is a fresh air, fresh energy. Now, Mars much more better feels in your fifth house rather than fourth. Now, Mars will move into your fifth house on April 18th, and life becomes much more faster because Mars is an action planet. It's your ruler. It's a let's get things done planet, and it's our engine. And it moves into your fifth house and gives you this sort of joy of life. Sort of fifth house is about where we're happy, when we're creative. Your creativity, your talents might kick in, like sort of you might want to experience new things, and you might get busy with your kids if you have them, like maybe their kindergarten or some performance, or signing up them to some extra classes. I don't know. Some things might get busy there related to your children. If you don't have them, it might be pregnancy as well. Now, fifth house is also a house of business. As I said, where we create. Some of you guys might get busy with your business ideas. Now you will have crazy a lot of ideas to pursue and to go after. You might be planning, you might be even opening, trying to start. Yes, it's amazing time, like no planets are retrograding, but I would still suggest you to wait until May, because we are a bit in the midst of, post eclipse and retrograde period. So better to leave April. May will be much better. So try to start everything in May, but now will be time to plan. It will be amazing time to plan for your business and all the stuff. Now, fifth house is also a house of actors, singers, and all those, in the creativity area, dancers, models. You will feel this surge of creativity, sort of. You will feel this want to shine sort of thing, and in general, fifth house is a house of love, flirting, romance. Those of you who are single, you might get quite active chasing after but and maybe chased after too, like you might start mm, using dating apps like quite often, quite actively, and in general, and there is a like a blooming love kind of topic coming up after 18th of April, when Mars kicks in into your fifth house, my dear Aries. April 27th, we have new moon, new energy, and this new moon is rather a bit, again, mixed one, because now new moons are about new beginnings. They open doors, plus it's in your financial house, earning income house. Those of you who are born 27th of March, plus or minus 5 days, you will be affected the most, because this new moon is hitting 7th degree. Now, and new moon will get harsh angle from Mars and Pluto. Now, between this Mars and Pluto, there will be also opposition, and both of them, they will send unfriendly beams to that new moon, and Mars will be in your house of joy, and Pluto will be in your house of future and friendships. Now, when these two both houses are related to kids, and there is a new moon in your second house, so it seems like you might need to spend like quite a hefty money on something related to your kids if you have them, like I don't know, maybe they want to travel somewhere, or maybe school will announce some, I don't know, additional program which will require your investment, like well, into their future, something related, or maybe you would want them to go for, I don't know, ballet school or hockey school, I don't know, something which you will need to put, let's say, widen your pocket for that. Now, for some of you, if you say that I don't have kids, it's not related to my kids, and it's not about that, it doesn't resonate, then it might be about your business. The business that you want to open, or something that you want to earn from in the future, will require funds, seems like, and will require dedication. Seems like there will be sort of new story that you will be investing into something. For example, it's your business idea, most likely with friends. It seems like if you're trying to open a business with your friends, you will also have to put quite a lot of money there, because Pluto also rules your money house, another money house, which is about investments in general. Now, if it's about a job offer, because second house is also about job offers, and again, seems like you might not be actually enjoying that, but still, if you will need some job, if you require some job, I would advise you to take it up. Always, you will always have time to change it. On the other note, which will be good about this new moon, again, ruler of new moon Venus will be together with Saturn, planet of work, and that rules your career in your far lands house. Now, that job offer seems like coming from somewhere far, maybe like, or the headquarters of that company located somewhere, I don't know, in a foreign land. Now, and Venus and Saturn, they will receive big boost from Uranus, planet of surprises. Now you see Uranus is trying to support both the full moon and new moon this month in April by surprising turn of events, because Uranus rules all the surprises. It loves surprises, and it will be situated in your second house, house of earned income. Anyhow, seems like you will have those funds to spend. You will have that that money. You will have that money to spend on something. And plus Pluto will support, and Venus and Saturn. Now Pluto will be sort of dubious here, opposing that, not opposing, ascending harsh beings to that new moon, but at the same time supporting the ruler of the new moon from your 11th house of friendships. Some of your friendships also will be very supportive, and some, especially if you're trying to open a business with three people, when it like with two other friends, one of them will be supportive, one of them sort of not, and or maybe one of them will have money and the other one no, something like this, not enough, let's say, money. So something here will be related to your money that you will have to take out of, let's say, from your pocket. But this is a new moon. It's a new energy, and it's about a new spending, either new earning. So if it's an earning, then it seems like it won't be anyhow for a long time. Like it's about your future. You might sign the contract, but it seems like you might not be enjoying in general signing this contract and what's to come. By the end of month April 30, Venus moves into your first house, as I said. Now, we all love Venus in our first house because when Venus is in our first house, we are like stars. You will feel this surge of beauty. You will feel irresistible. All the eyes are on you, and you will also have power to convince anyone into anything. By the end of April, you will feel yourself much, much confident, even more confident than you are, my dear Aries. And in general, you will feel like you are shining star. Use that time. Whole May almost, Venus will spend in your first house. This was your horoscope for April. Always check your rising sign, because all the horoscopes are written for rising sign. That's why 99% we resonate with rising sign more. But also moon sign and your sun sign, because it all depends on the time and date, part of the day you're born. Anyhow, all three of them might play out and give you fuller picture of the coming month. Love you all. Bye bye.